What is up, guys? It's your boy Revz. Today we're gonna do like a little a backtracking. I did a tutorial. It's actually just going up now. It is wireframed CoD characters from Cinema 4D and After Effects. If you haven't seen that one and you don't know how to do character rigging, then you need to watch this one before you go on to the next one. I don't know why I mixed it all up. But, you know, I did anyways, because this shit was awesome, and it's an awesome tutorial, and you should go check it out after you do this one. But what we're going to do today is Endorphin and character rigging with it, stuff like that. Oh my gosh, that hurt. Ow. Okay. Endorphin, run, and this is your main interface. Main window on Endorphin. It's where all the magic happens. But what you're gonna do is that character in the middle, like what your default character, I guess you could call it. You want to highlight that, like click and drag over it, and delete it. We don't want him. He's not cool, man. Well, what we do want to do is go to Add Character. It's up here. It's like this little face. I want to click on that and add Audio Motion 2. And this is going to be more for CoD characters. So what we're going to do after that is go to its timeline, the Audio Motion 2 timeline, right click, create animation event, and if your like thing started off at desktop, then you want to go to, if you have a 64-bit computer like mine, this is where mine went. It's C drive, program files 86, natural motion, Endorphin, resources, animation, and then there you go. But really all you want to look for is natural motion, because a lot of people don't know it because they think it's going to be put down as Endorphin, but it's going to be put down in natural motion inside your C drive. But just in case your guys is just started off at the desktop and you had to find it, thought I'd help you out with that. But what we want to do is go to your animations, Audio Motion 1. Because this one has a lot of the basic ones. It's got point, jog, run to stop, run. You know, it's got a lot of good ones, and walk, and that's the one we want. So double click on walk, and keep your scaling as 1. Or actually, I'm gonna make my scale 1.5. Actually, you know what? 1.25. No. Okay. Well, I have to delete that. I messed up. Create animation event, walk. Okay, scale 1.25. But then after that you need to go to auto motion transfer, click on the source reference character, and then click on these 3 little lines. Audio motion 2, because that's the one that we're using. And then press OK. Then press OK again, and that's going to transfer all that stuff from, like, it's going to basically create all the keyframes and stuff that you need, and it's going to animate this little character here. And to see what the character is doing, like say you're using one that looks weird or whatever and you don't know what it does, down here in the bottom right corner, you want to click on the Endorphin symbol, which is like kind of like an X. And it says simulate if you have your mouse over it. So click on simulate, and as you can see, it's gonna show you what it does. And there's that. And now that we got that all settled, you want to go to File, Export All, and I'm gonna save mine to my desktop as you want to save the save type as a BVH as well. I almost forgot about that. I have 2 walk files. I'm just going to save mine as walk 11, I guess. Keep the scale as, you know, mine is 1.25. You guys can make yours 1. Doesn't matter. You can always resize it. The end frame, your guy stops walking in that first direction around, I think, about 425. I'm going to make mine 450. and then press OK, and that's saved. So exit out of Endorphin, and now you want to open Cinema 4D. And if I'm talking really fast, guys, I'm really sorry. Just, I don't know. A lot of people get bored with tutorials after they're, you know, 7 minutes long. They kind of just lose interest, it seems like. So I've been trying to kind of keep them really simple and just kind of go through them and get straight to the point on them. But alright, now that we got our Cinema 4D open, I'm going to bring up my settings. Oh, where is it? Load preset? Yeah, you want to have your render settings as 1280 by 720. That's what it's supposed to be, so. Did it do it? No, it did not. Oh, I'm such an idiot. God. Jason, you punts. Okay. Now that I got my render settings all set up, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to File, Merge, and bring in your BVH file. What is that one? I think it's that one. Oh, shit. Okay, it looks about right. So now that we got our, our little skeleton and stuff like that, our guy in here, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna bring in our CoD model. You can go find and download all these. I'm gonna use the CoD 4 sniper, the USMC one, because I like that one. It's really easy, and I gotta put on those textures on them. But go ahead and go to File, Merge, and I'll probably put the sniper that I'm gonna be using in the description, just in case you guys don't have one and you guys want to keep going on with this. So go ahead and download that really fast, and there we go. USMC, okay. So now that we got that, I just need to speed them up. Okay. So as you guys can see, we have our sniper, and mine is not fully aligned, I guess you could say. So what I'm actually going to do is, as you guys can see, the legs and stuff is not aligned right. I'm going to take my skeleton and I'm going to drag it back some, and then I'm going to rotate it about like that. Yeah. Okay. So now that the skeleton is somewhat aligned, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my sniper a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go to my coordinates, I'm going to raise it up to 1.2. Yeah, looks about right. And as you guys can see, is it's still not fully aligned. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down our skeleton, our root, root, lower spine, middle spine, and then upper, and then which side? And the right clavicle joint. That's like your arms and stuff. So the clavicle joints are your arms. So here's my right shoulder, my right shoulder. I'm actually going to rotate that a little bit farther down. Jeez, it's hard to see without freaking stuff on them, textures. And I'm just going to basically align this the best I can. Yeah, just going to align it with by using all these drop down boxes and stuff. Now for the left side. Oh, this one. Oh. Oh, just go that one. Yeah, I'm not too fast at this. I'm like a little perfectionist. I try to make it like as nice and pretty as I can usually. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get all these textures. Now, as you guys can see, I got a nice little model. The one I'm giving you is there's not really a lot of texture or like bump or anything on it, but it looks good enough, right? But alright. Now what we're gonna do is, if you guys go through your timeline, you guys can see that the skeleton doesn't move with the model, and I just totally effed up my skeleton. Oh well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to character and get a skin, and take the skin, make it a child of the sniper model. Now right click your skeleton, select children, hold control, and then click on your model, go to character, commands, and bind. And what that's going to do is that's going to bind those two together. Oh, wow, it doesn't warp or anything, sweet. But that's what that's going to do, is that's going to put those two together. And yeah. And if there's any warping, just readjust all your stuff, and you might have to add some extra skins and bind, like all of these are together. Like as you guys can see, I have all these textures and they're all together. Well, some models will have 4 different meshes, and they're all going to have those things on there. Just highlight them all, and then you're going to want to get to group object. Yeah, group the objects together, and then that should make it just like this, one big mesh. It's either that or it's connect and delete. I'm pretty sure though it's group objects. Yeah. But yeah, now that is done, now we can add a cinematic. And what you're going to want is you're going to want a cinematic where it's a still camera and all that good junk. Where did I put mine at? Desktop. What? Okay. Alright, so now, as you guys can see, I have my awesome CoD 4 cinematic. Background. Drag the cinematic on the background. And alright, now what you want to do is you actually want to put this guy and line him up like with the ground and stuff. And here's one way to do it. The background is a blue one, and you want to watch his feet. And make sure that his feet are always touching. And you can always, keyframe, how he's moving and stuff. This doesn't really look all that awesome. Mainly because of cinematic I'm using. And also because he's too small. I was wondering what was going on with this. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna make mine bigger. So maybe 2.5. There we go. It's a little bit better. As you guys see, you have your character. And now I can probably scoot him back a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Maybe scoot him over to the right so we don't get kicked in the face. There we go. Alright. Now let's go ahead and add some shadowing underneath them, because if you guys can see, there's no shadows, no nothing, and I don't think that looks, that don't look right. Actually, let's get it back and make them bigger. And make another little bit bigger. Awesome. That looks a little bit better. Okay, anyways, let's add a light. And this little excuse me, this little viewer thing where you can view the top, front, and right. This is gonna come in handy so much. Like, this is the top. So to get your light like on him, you need to have it above him, about at least like 600 centimeters above him, and maybe put the light about like right here, trying to make it like similar to the actual map. As you guys can see, this is a shadow from one of the silos on CoD 4, and so what you want is you want to have like that light kind of shining off from the same distance, or not really the distance, but the same angle. There we go. Okay, I'm getting this. And that looks about right. We can always adjust it, but let's go ahead and add a floor. And what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna hold Control, click on our cinematic texture, hold Control and bring it onto the floor. Right click on the floor, Cinema 4D tags, compositing, composite background, and take off self shadowing. And then make sure shadows are on your light. Shadow map soft. And maybe change the color to a little bit more of a less gray. And there you go. You got some textures. And as you guys can see, my guy's feet is going through the fracking ground. That doesn't work. Really? And I'm going to take my skeleton and keyframe him above it. And we're actually going to go through and we're going to make sure that he stays completely level with it. So as you guys see, it's starting to go up. You just keyframe him down. And he starts to go up a little bit. This is mainly because his angle is wrong. Yeah, okay, that's good enough. Whatever. But as you guys can see, that now you have a character rigged CoD 4 model, nice shadows. The cinematic is a little bit off. You know, I was actually I like the way that it cut off his head. Call that weird, but yeah. And from my other one, yeah, that's basically it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped you guys out a lot. Got some nice little cell render there. Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool, huh? Alright, anyways, I'm pretty sure this went on forever. Yeah, 20 minutes. Sorry this took so long. I'm just really trying to make sure you guys know as much as you can about it, and I think this is really awesome. But anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you guys have any questions, comment down below, of course. I will be checking. I always check for you know, comments, see if you guys are having problems with my tutorials. So if anything, guys, comment below and I'll get right back to you. And yeah, enjoy. Later.